Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Rewind that. It's your girl, Miss K. If this is your first time coming across my channel, welcome. Please be sure to subscribe if you like the vibe. Hit that notification bell so you know when I upload more videos like this one. Okay. And tonight, for our midnight live with my night owls, we are talking some more Raising Kanan. This is going to probably be the last video of the year for Raising Kanan. And the discussion is Ronnie, okay? One very hated man, at least over here on this channel. Some people come through and y'all love him, and that's okay. But as promised, the same way that I did with Unique, I talked about his 7 deadliest mistakes according to the 48 laws of power. I'm doing the same thing with Ronnie, okay? So this video is actually titled Why Ronnie Mathis Didn't Last, okay? This will, like I said, go according to the 48 laws of power. I have found 7 laws. I actually could have found more, but let's be honest, you know your girl is not trying to dig that deep when it comes to Ronnie. I was actually going to bring the book down here so that after I went through all of the, like all the laws, I was going to like flip through a few of them that I kind of debated on using, but I was just like, whatever, it's okay. One thing that I do like is that the laws that I am going to mention, I realize that they kind of tie into each other, which just kind of shows the consistency of Ronnie's character. Okay. So, like I said, what I'm doing here is that I am going to use these laws to point out Ronnie's shortcomings. Okay, guys. Um, because as we all know, in this game, as we watch stuff like this, these type of shows, you know that in this game you got to play by a certain set of rules, and I believe that Ronnie failed miserably. Okay, miserably. I'm not here, guys. This is not a one of those kind of videos where I'm gonna be ranting about Ronnie. I'm really trying to do a little bit of an analysis of his character. He's dead. So I've already spoke about how much I hated the character. There's no need to do that now. Now I just want to talk about the downfall the same way that I did for Unique, okay? What's up, Big Wolf Status? One Shot Gaming, Stephen Harris, Demarcus Vaughn, Robbie Jr., love you too. Michelle Wadler, Juan Roman, and Rashonda Greer. And as you guys come in, you know, listen to the laws, right? And then listen to my take, the follow up, and then add your own. And then I will come back to you guys in the comments, okay? Let's get into this. All right. What's up, Tamika's Den? Okay, here goes your boy, y'all. So the first law that Ronnie neglected to apply is law number 35, guys, okay? Master the art of timing. Okay, so this law states never seem to be in a hurry. Hurrying betrays a lack of control over yourself and over time. Okay, always seem patient as if you know that everything will continue. Will come to you eventually. Become a detective of the right moment. Sniff out the spirit of the times, the trends that will carry you to power. Learn to stand back when the time is not yet ripe and to strike fiercely when it has reached fruition. Okay, now, I'm sorry. I think I made a little boo boo over here. It says never seemed to be. So it's never seemed to be in a hurry. So I apologize about that, y'all. I see y'all already talking, baby. Yes, patience. Lena says patience. And, too thirsty. Oh my gosh. Yes, indeed. I'm prematurely looking in the comments. Okay. I'm going to try to stay out of the comments. Okay, guys. So here's my take, guys. So out the gate, we witnessed Ronnie wanting to immediately pick up where he left off. Okay. He wanted that work. We all know that. But Unique was trying to tell him to just wait a little while. I got you, bro. But Ronnie couldn't wait. Okay. And against Unique's wishes, he went behind his back and he tried to make deals. Okay, we saw him go to Snap and Pops. We saw him go to Dean. You know what I'm saying? And then we saw him finally go to Juliana. And that's where it seemed like he struck gold, but he really didn't. You know what I'm saying? Come to find out, when it came to Juliana, he should have been looking at her as a red flag, or business with her as a red flag, once she mentioned that she wanted to keep their business dealings a secret. Okay, we kind of all called it. We knew that that type of relationship was gonna turn bad for both of them, and it most definitely did. Okay, now Juliana, she had beef with Rock. All right, and so doing business with Juliana, who had beef with Rock, it turned out to be a bad combination. Okay, guys. Now, let me see what you guys are saying. We got okay, so far we just have glad Ronnie is gone. Me too, but I don't want to. I'm just gonna go. What's up, Big Smooth? All right, guys. So the second law that Ronnie neglected to apply is law number 3. What's up, Marlon Easton? Conceal your intentions. Keep people off balance and in the dark by never revealing the purpose behind your actions. If they have no clue what you are up to, they cannot prepare a defense. Guide them far enough down the wrong path, envelop them in enough smoke, and by the time they realize your intentions, it will be too late. Okay, so guys, this law can pretty much be tied into law number 35 because, like I already talked about, Ronnie was going around to different people trying to find work. Okay, so it was clear that it wasn't a secret what he wanted, right? I meant to say it was clear. It was clearly no secret. Sorry. Okay, so it's because he told everybody, right? But here's the thing with Ronnie: he was a straightforward dude with a one-track mind. Okay, that's not always a bad thing, right? Not in regular circumstances, but unfortunately in this game, that would be used against you, especially if you're someone like Ronnie who doesn't have any tricks up his sleeve, simply because you don't have the mental capacity to switch it the freak up. Okay. And we'll talk more about that later when I bring up another law. What's up, Jeremiah? Yes, it is very deep. Okay. So the third law, guys, that Ronnie neglected to apply is law number 13. When asking for help, appeal to people's self-interest, never to their mercy or gratitude. The law states that if you need to turn to an ally for help, do not bother to remind him of your past assistance and good deeds. He will find a way to ignore you. Instead, uncover something in your request or in your alliance with him that will benefit him and emphasize it out of all proportion. He will respond enthusiastically when he sees something to be gained for himself. Okay, so I'm going to talk about the first meeting that took place with Snaps and Pop. Okay. To me, they didn't seem like they were very interested. Okay. First, we had Snaps suggesting to Ronnie that he just trust in Unique's plan. Okay. And wait, you know, Pops says, go ahead and just start on your own. You know how it works. You know how to do it. But at the same time, I don't think that she was interested in helping him like that, because when she said that, he immediately let her know that he didn't have funds. So they didn't know this dude didn't have money. I mean, they should have, but then again, he has a brother. So they could have assumed that the brother had some money away from him. Okay. So, but once again, I'm thinking that she just told him that so he could move along and get the heck out of their faces. That's what it seems to me. All right. Now, the point is, though, that things might have worked out better for Ronnie if he would have played to Snaps and Pop's self-interest instead of his own. Like, what is in it for them besides a return on their investment? Okay. Instead, if you guys remember, he went in there reminding them that he made them money, which to me wasn't the best idea, because Pop reminded him that they gave him money. So here we are, right? Because Ronnie's response was that it worked out for them, right? It worked out for you, you know? So it's like, okay, they're back to square one with this guy. Okay. And the law states that your alliance will respond enthusiastically. Enthusiastically, I'm getting tongue tied, when he or she sees that they can also gain something. But Snaps and Pop, they weren't excited about this assist at all because they weren't confident that it would work out for them, right? And this is why they told him that they would make a small contribution, but he had to get some other folks to bring in the lion's share. Okay, now, did it wind up working out for Ronnie? Yeah, for a short time it did, but that time was short lived now, wasn't it? Okay, now let's see what you guys are talking about really quickly. Wow, Miss K, the Power Writers read the book and made the Ronnie K. Right? Doesn't it seem like that? Because it's so funny that when I was looking through, even when I did this for Unique, I was like, yo, it's crazy how you can actually find a lot of laws that apply to what the characters did or didn't do that made them fail. I'm like, it's very interesting. It's either the writer of this book is just so genius when it comes to all this stuff, and so it's just clear to like point out all the mishaps or the missteps, whatever, but it's pretty cool. All right, so where am I at now? So now, guys, the fourth law that Ronnie neglected. Yes, Jeremiah, it is based on the 48 laws of power. Okay, so the fourth law that Ronnie neglected to apply is law number 31. Control the options. Get others to play with the cards you deal. Okay, so this law states that the best deceptions are the ones that seem to give the other person a choice. Your victims feel they are in control, but are actually your puppets. Give people options that come out in your favor, whichever one they choose. Force them to make choices between the lesser of two evils, both of which serve your purpose. Put them on the horns of a dilemma. They are gored wherever they turn. Okay. So for this one, I want to bring up the hit on Rock. Okay. Now, Kanan was blindsided by this, we all know, right? Which turned out to be a grave mistake on Ronnie's part. Now, of course, you remember, guys, that Kanan was also upset because he never agreed with this plan. Ronnie just went ahead without telling him, right? So, during that time when he had told him, when he went to confront him about it, he was saying like, I'm sorry, Snaps got up and he was trying to like get in between them and say, hey, we're brothers, we're on the same side or whatever. And that's when we hear, I was going to say Tariq, oh my gosh. That's when we hear Kanan say, this ninja out here making plays, or he think he making plays. Right. And so my point in bringing that up is that this move was not only a major offense, but Ronnie also bruised Kanan's ego, in my opinion. Okay. When he neglected to give him a choice or a say so, he bruised Kanan's ego. For a kid like Kanan, who is trying to prove himself in this game, this was Ronnie's most fatal mistake. Okay. Now, I'm not saying that Kanan would have ever agreed to deleting Rock. No, I'm not. But I am saying that Ronnie might have had a better chance by including Kanan in a plan that involved removing Rock completely from the board without killing her. Okay. Now, this would have been a win for Ronnie, but he had to have it his way regardless. And as you can see, we know how that freaking turns out. Okay. Always Ronnie's way. Let me see. He kind of did tell him she need to be handled. Yeah, that's true. But I mean, I'm not even gonna go into the whole, you know what I'm saying? The writing and the dialogue. I can't even go there. I'm not. It's gonna be it's gonna make the live a whole lot longer, and I'm just not even going at it. I'm not doing it today. So we just gonna work with what we were given tonight. Okay. That's it. What's up, LSW? And who else came in? Detroit Kings. What's up? Okay, y'all. So, that brings me to the next law that Ronnie neglected to apply, and that is law number 19. Know who you're dealing with. Do not offend the wrong person. Okay? There are many different kinds of people in the world, and you can never assume that everyone will react to your strategies in the same way. Deceive or outmaneuver some people, and they will spend the rest of their lives seeking revenge. They are wolves in lamb's clothing. Choose your victims and opponents carefully, then never offend or deceive the wrong person. Okay, guys, so now, this was also a law that Unique failed to utilize as well, and I put it in that video because I felt like he needed to know who the heck his brother was, but he was just ignoring the crap out of that. But we're gonna go back to Ronnie. Now, focusing on Unique, back to Ronnie, okay? And doing things his way, guys, and going behind Kanan's back, he offended the wrong person, as the law said. Don't offend or deceive the wrong person. So the law says to also never assume that everyone will react to your strategies in the same way. And in watching Ronnie, it is taught me at least that he's not very worried about how people would react to anything that he did, or I don't want to say does, that he did, okay? Because he was a bully. You know what I'm saying? He was a freaking bully. And so he wasn't worried about people. He thought he was invincible. He wasn't worried about Famous. He wasn't worried about Pernessa. And he clearly wasn't worried about Kanan. When it came to Kanan, Ronnie did not choose his opponent carefully, though, okay? In fact, he was so unfazed by Kanan that even when Kanan warned him that he wasn't who Ronnie thought he was, Ronnie still proceeded to work with Kanan like things were sweet between them. Sorry. And then he didn't give Kanan taking revenge a first thought. Forget about a second freaking thought. He didn't give it a first thought, okay? And he walked right into the lion's den with that plan. All right. Now, the sixth law that Ronnie neglected to apply is law number 48. Okay, the law itself. Law number 48, which is assume formlessness. By taking a shape, by having a visible plan, you open yourself to attack. Instead of taking a form for your enemy to grasp, keep yourself adaptable and on the move. Accept the fact that nothing is certain and no law is fixed. The best way to protect yourself is to be as fluid and formless as water. Never bet on stability or lasting order. Everything changes. Okay, guys. So clearly, guys, I mean, just look at Ronnie over here, y'all. Look at him. Does he look like a man who could be adaptable? Not at all. Even when he walks, he's stiff as heck. He doesn't even move his hand. I mean, his arms like this when he walks. You know how sometimes, of course, when you walk, your arms swing back and forth. This man walked like this. His arms are stiff. He cannot move. No rigidity whatsoever. Okay, so how the heck can he maintain any type of formlessness? Nothing. I mean, it can't happen. All right, it tells us to never bet on stability. One of the biggest things that he had a problem with when he first came home was change. Okay, he didn't like change. He kept talking about the old ways. Okay, the old way. This when we was hitting the block, it was this, it was that, and then his brother had to tell him times change, and sometimes you got to change with it. Business change, right? And sometimes you have to change with it. Okay, so somebody like him who doesn't want to accept change, it's gonna come back to bite you in the behind. Okay, and this is another reason why he didn't bet on Kanan popping him, because he thought fear was gonna rule the day like it always did, like he was used to. You know what I'm saying? I'm assuming that because this is all they giving us for this guy. Okay, but he found out real quick, guys, when the lights got turned off. You know what I'm saying? I mean, to be honest, I wish that Ronnie would have saw those things coming so that he could kind of, I think I already expressed this to you guys before, that I wanted him to see where he failed, but instead he died smiling, and that wasn't good enough for me. All right, but anyway, let's get to this last law, guys. First, Ronnie walks like a robot. Big Wolf Status says, never trust a man with a mustache and no beard. Oh my gosh. You guys are crazy. Stay out of the cops. Mm-mm-mm. Okay. So the final law that we're going to be talking about is, I'm sorry, it's the seventh law that Ronnie neglected to apply is law number 29. That is plan all the way to the end. All right. Now, as you can see, guys, pretty much all these laws could tie into this one. I hope you see it, okay? Mastering the art of planning, concealing your intentions, control the options, appeal to people's self-interest, know who you're dealing with, and assuming formlessness, right? Each of these laws mentioned could play a part in a great plan that's carried all the way to the end. But again, Ronnie was a rigid man with OCD and a one-track mind. So he more than likely didn't have the brain capacity to put together a plan, let alone make contingencies for them. Okay. Um, he just wanted that work, guys, and the money. And that's that, right? And even though Kanan knew that Ronnie was crazy, I'm pretty sure that he also knew Ronnie was simple-minded, right? Which is why a plan like this was easy to execute, in my opinion. And that's pretty much all that I have for Ronnie's 7 deadliest mistakes, according to the 48 laws of power. However, guys, I will give Ronnie credit for applying one law. Okay, and that law was law number 39, which says stir up waters to catch fish. I didn't, present that law, write it down or nothing like that, but it pretty much goes like this. Like we saw him use this tactic on Unique in episode 5, right? Oh, I meant to show this picture. Sorry, guys. We saw him use this tactic in episode 5 when he told Panessa about Rock and Unique, right? And then he left the house. Now, this got back to Unique, who became infuriated, and he went looking for Ronnie. And that's just what Ronnie wanted him to do, because we know that he was already looking for him. He was looking for Unique, right? And the funny thing about that scene to me, when he was talking to Panessa, he was actually staring at the fish tank while he was snitching on Unique. And I'm like, okay, well, so much for stirring up the waters to catch fish, okay? But that's pretty much what I have. Let me see what you guys are talking about in the chat. Hey, Miss K. Let me see. I'm from Brooklyn, link you with Roots. Hey, girl, Kelly Renee. How are you? All right. So, you guys didn't seem to have anything additional to say. So, what I'm going to do before I get out of here, because we really was not going to be up in here talking about Ronnie for no whole hour, baby. Okay. I did not love him. Now, let's see. So, I'm going to say what 2 people said, because some people, when I talked about the fact that we were going to be discussing Ronnie tonight, they did have a little weigh-in. Shout out to Rita B. She said, never saw any leadership skills in Ronnie. Okay, I'll take that. Never saw leadership skills. Okay. Let's see what else. And then I have Miss Soul 168 says something was always off-putting with Ronnie Mathis. He's too introverted and socially awkward for other street/dope dealer guys to respect or follow his leadership. I didn't care too much for the character because Ronnie gave off more of a serial killer vibe than a drug dealer. Yes, indeed. Oh my gosh, I concur. Okay, it was just, and that's respectfully said. Like, that's really what it is. I never understood, and I respect why some of you people liked him, but I just didn't. I couldn't get with it, because I just felt like, okay, how in the world is this fitting into the Power universe? We're doing a whole bunch of freaking it's not Tales from the Crypt. What was it? Halloween. Like, we're doing a whole bunch of Michael Myers stuff. Like, it just was really weird to me, and I'm not feeling it. Now, also, when it comes to BMF, I'm not feeling what we have looking like we got in store with the girl. Like, what is going on with the lady? Like, everything just looks too weird for me. I don't understand why they feel like they need to start bringing in different kind of elements into these shows. It almost makes it where it's like you can't really take it seriously. Like, you're not supposed to take it seriously, but if it's a drama show, like a crime drama, you want to have some type of, I don't know, you want it to be a little bit realistic, you know? Whatever. That's all I gotta say about that. Okay, so I'm about to get up out of here, guys. I thank you so very much for coming through. You guys are so awesome. Big Smooth, Big Wolf Status, DeMarcus Vaughn. He asked me, who do you dislike more? Ronnie or Claudia? That's a very good question. I really didn't like Claudia, but but at least she fits into the power universe. Like, she's a real person to me. Ronnie is not. Like, there's no mystery with Claudia. There's mystery with Ronnie. You don't really know. I mean, they hinted at him being gay. I don't care what nobody says. They hinted at him being gay. The only thing they didn't do was confirm it. They showed him being very uncomfortable around women twice. Rock said something about it, like, surprised that Ronnie had a girlfriend. Pop tried to come at him like, when the last you ever had a girlfriend? You know what I'm saying? Nobody ever heard on the street that he was with anybody. So, and I'm not saying anything's wrong with that. I'm just saying that it was a mystery surrounding him. And then all you got was this one track mind type of person. There was no nuance. Like, there was nothing. His character was boring to me, guys. The only thing about him that I think a lot of y'all like is that he was out here deleting people. Like, y'all are okay with him being Michael Myers as long as you get to see violence and blood. And that's, for me, that's not gonna cut it. Like, I'm not into all of that. Like, I'm of course I know there's gonna be kills, but to be doing all of that on the level that he did it was so corny. And the fact that he was getting away with everything, it was dumb. And like, no, I'm not gonna say it, because if I say it, somebody gonna wind up doing it. So I'm just gonna keep my mouth shut. If I do it, I do it. If I don't, I don't. And that's that. Because I was gonna say I could actually do one more Raising Kanan video, one more, but I'll keep y'all posted. If I don't have anything to do for Friday, because I want to try to keep the midnight lives going. If I don't have nothing to do for next Friday, I'll do that video. Okay, one more. I'm not telling y'all what it is though, because folks just be trying to steal and beat me to the punch and all that. It's like super annoying. Yeah, but that's just that. When it came to Claudia, I didn't like her because I felt like she just thought she had like white privilege attached to her desire to want to be in the street, to want to be in a part of the game. She just thought that she's supposed to, like, it's supposed to magically happen for her. She's supposed to automatically be this powerful person. And she was just, her mindset was unrealistic, but her character was still realistic because that's that white privilege. That's how some people really think. So I can get what they were doing with her character. I just didn't like her. But Ronnie was on some, like, I can't get with this because this don't fit. I think I had a video where I was talking about, like, are we watching Power or are we watching Tales from the Hood or something like that? So that's what it is. So I will definitely have to say that it has to be Ronnie. And y'all know I hated Claudia. Okay? But let there be a good reason. I mean, come on. We have all of these questions and this mystery surrounding this guy, and he just came on here and I was done. Okay. Big Wolf Status said another Mecca. Yep. Which brings me to this right here. Say goodbye to the bad guy. Okay. And the one and done boogeyman. One and done. I told y'all he was gonna be a one and done. Everybody's all the people that loved him, they swore up and down he was gonna make it through. He's gonna go to season 4. There's so many things you could do with him. Listen, as I'm going through these, these laws and everything like that, it was so evident that this guy was making the stupidest freaking mistakes. There should have been no way that he was gonna survive. Okay, no way. You just brought this freaking idiot on to fill what? As a filler? Who said that he was a throw-in? Somebody said he was a throw-in. That's what it seemed like to me. Big Wolf status. Yeah, Ronnie was a throw-in. Crazy thing is, I read some type of like headline the other day, or somebody sent it to me, where Grantham, I forgot his last name. Is it Coleman? I don't know. I'm sorry. I don't want to mess up his last. The actor that plays the boogeyman. He actually was saying that he drew inspiration from Michael Myers. And I'm like, what? I just couldn't get behind that. I, and normally I respect the craft when it comes to acting and stuff. I just couldn't get behind that. That was weird. Like, why would you want to bring a horror element to a character? But no disrespect to him. Okay. He did what he needed to do, I guess. I don't know if people told him that that's kind of where they wanted to go with it, but let's just keep it there. Okay. So shout out to him. He did a good job enough that people hated him and people liked him. So that's it. I'm not saying nothing to disrespect him. I just thought that was really weird for somebody to say that character looked at Michael Myers. But you know what? In a sense, I probably can understand it, because the way the directors probably broke down the character to him with all the like mental issues and the instability and stuff like that, I could understand that, because Michael Myers is the only what is that? The only like boogeyman that's actually supposed to be a real person. Everybody else is like supernatural or whatever. They're dead or something. Michael Myers is supposed to be a real person who had mental issues, escaped a mental asylum and all that. So I get it. Totally understand. But other than that, like, I'm just not really for it. And I'm glad that it's over. And that is that. Let me know what you guys thought. Oh, before I leave, there was one let me see. One law. I'm trying to remember what it was. It was one law. Okay, so the law was, I don't remember the number, but it was strike the shepherd and the sheep will scatter. So I'm not advocating for Rock to die, her demise, or nothing like that. But it just seems crazy to me that Ronnie was like, he hated her so much. He hated Rock so much that he never played the game as far as really making it a mission to just get rid of her first. Like, I'm not like, he wanted to work, and then I guess when she messed around on his side with his connect and everything, that's when he went to go delete her. But it's like, if you're really trying to, solidify yourself, your stance or whatever in the game, and really make a strong play, then you really should have hit the boss in charge, right? Which is Rock. And then everybody else that's under her would scatter and stuff like that. And maybe even flock to you, because now they're looking for work because their boss is dead. You know what I'm saying? Like, he just wasn't playing the game right. And like I said, I'm not advocating for my girl's demise, but I'm just saying, like, the dude didn't know how to play the game. Can we just be honest about that, guys? DeMarcus, he didn't know how to play the game. Come on. I know that was your boy, but he didn't know how to play. Okay? Just like he don't play well with others. He didn't know how to play the game. He had no business. The crazy thing is, when I think about this character, why did he want to be in the game? That's another thing for me. Why did he want to be in the game? What was it about the game that enticed him? He doesn't like to dress up. He didn't look like he liked to live in a nice home or drive a nice car. And I like that one car that he was driving, he stole that car so that he can get money. It wasn't for him to be riding around in nothing that he liked. This character was just weird. And the only thing that I wished about him was that for one episode, we could have got more explanation. We could have got a little backstory. We could have got some more answers to something. I'm not asking that he would have stayed longer. I'm just saying, could we have had some answers? I hate the fact that he was such like this mystery, you know? I mean, for what it's worth, he was very surface. You know, you can figure him out very easily. Like I said, he was rigid. But at the same time, we know there was hints at other things that went on in his past or other things about him. Okay? And as that, Ronnie was like Tommy in a sense. No way, Jose. I can't even see that. Okay? Tommy can at least be funny. He got the capacity to love. He's actually likable. I mean, that's Uncle Tommy to Tariq. Okay? He has some loyalty. Absolutely not. Terrible comparison. Love you, DeMarcus. Terrible comparison. Okay? Yeah, they were playing Insane in the Membrane while he was just screwed my song up because y'all know how much I sing that song all the time, especially when I talk about like crazy things. That's all I do is sing that song. They going, and now what? I gotta think about Ronnie. Big Smooth said he got the capacity to lead too, right? You talking about Tommy, right? Yeah. So no way. I I don't see that at all, DeMarcus. Sometimes, DeMarcus, I think you just be throwing things out there. You know what I'm saying? Nowhere near. I think you do, DeMarcus. I really, really do, honey. But you know, I really appreciate you being in the building anyway. You know I love you. But I'm about to go, y'all. I'm about to eat some I don't know. It be late when I eat, but I be up late, you know? So it is what it is. Love you guys so much. I'm not sure if I'm going live this Sunday because I don't have anything in store. Oh, hold on. The one thing that I was talking about that I might do it with my girls. Okay, all right. Might do it with my girls on Sunday. So we'll see, okay? I was about to back out, y'all, but I got another idea. It just came, okay? It just came. All right, love you guys so much. AG, hi. Juan, good night. Marlon Easton, Sincere Splash, Stephen Harris, Big Wolf Status, DeMarcus Vaughn, all of y'all that were here. Thank you so much. Y'all take care and be blessed. Bye-bye.